Okay, folks, here's a quick review of the Rebel Fleet Trooper figure that was produced by Hasbro as a part of the Star Wars Vintage Collection line of products. I picked this up at Walmart for $9.99. Now, this is a character that, for whatever reason, never made it into the original Kenner Star Wars figure run. He did make his first appearance as an action figure in the Power of the Force 95 figure run, if I remember correctly. The articulation joints on the figure were pretty stiff, but slowly began to free up with repeated movements. There's articulation in the neck, the shoulders, the elbows, the wrists, the waist, the hips, the knees, and the ankles. However, I did discover that there are no ankle rockers on this figure. Paint apps were nicely done with no push blurs to speak of on this figure. So let me pause here, zoom in, and I'll give you a closer look as to what the Rebel Fleet Trooper looks like. Okay. The Rebel Fleet Trooper came with some accessories, so let me pan down real quick and I'll show you what they are. The figure stand that you see him standing on was not included in the package. And also of note, the black uniform vest is not removable. Okay, first up, here's his laser pistol and what I believe is a tracking device. Now, I was disappointed to discover that there is no holster for the laser pistol. And also of note, the figure's hands are molded to use the laser pistol in his right hand and the tracking device in his left hand. Getting the tracking device into the figure's left hand will require some patience on your part, as the opening in his left hand is quite small. Okay, next up, here are his two uniform hats. Both of these seem to have a loose fit on this figure's head, but not loose enough to cause me a great deal of concern. And finally, here is what appears to be an ankle belt with spare ammunition for his laser pistol. This pegs into place onto the back of either of the trooper's boots. Back to the figure itself. What I'll do now is a quick 360 of the Rebel Fleet Trooper for you, and let you see what he looks like from all sides. Okay. So overall, I'd have to say that this figure isn't too bad, and it should make for a great army builder. The only problems that I ran into were the lack of storage for the laser pistol and the tracking device insertion into the figure's left hand. The hat accessories were a bit loose, but not enough to be too bothersome for me. So therefore, I think the Rebel Fleet Trooper should get a good, bordering on great recommendation. In spite of the problems that I did run into on this figure, this is still a great army builder, so if you see him in stores, pick up a few for your Star Wars Rebel Alliance forces. Alright, so on that note, take care and stay tuned for my next review. Have a good one!